and welcome to another speed build. I hope you're having a good time. The sun is shining. I can't believe it. I haven't seen the sun in so long and it makes me so happy. And I've built a summer home, which goes really well with that sunny feeling. And it's not any old type of summer home. It is a beach home, which is arguably the best type of summer home. I've built this on the Crumbling Isle in Windenburg, which I had somehow forgotten about. I love that place so much, but I guess I've built so much in Windenburg that I'm kind of hesitant to build there as to not oversaturate the Windenburg real estate market. No, your will to watch Windenburg videos. But it's such a gorgeous place, and somehow these lots on the island are way better beach lots than those in Brindleton Bay, except maybe I like that one small beach lot that everyone likes. I think it's a 20 by 20 or 20 by 15 right on the beach. That one's good, but it's tiny. And the other ones aren't really on a proper beach, but these lots in Windenburg are, and they're gorgeous. The lighting is so good. I don't know how they got that exactly right when they made Get Together, which was forever ago. And since then, they've sometimes struggled with the lighting. The grass texture is also really good in Windenburg. I'm very particular about my grass texture, and I love that one. And I hate some of the newer ones, although there's a few good worlds that they've added lately. I don't think they'll ever be able to top Windenburg. It's my favorite world. So before I get into rambling too much, let me lay down some facts for you. This build contains only custom content that is available for free, and as always, only custom content by Harry and Felixandra. So that leaves Harry's sets, Felix's free sets, and their collaborations. As has been requested recently, and I've been talking about in the voiceovers. And I've only just noticed this when I went to upload the lot to the gallery. I've also only used 3 packs, 3 expansion packs, which is really cool. So I hope that this build will be really accessible for everyone who's interested in using it. I've gone quite the contemporary route, which always works really well with the free CC that I use. And they just go so well together. It's so easy and enjoyable to build with these sets. What you are watching me do right now is use the organic sets to give this place some character and, make it special. And I love how much light comes in through those windows in the roof, and I love that you can look up and actually see the woodwork and the structure of the roof. Oh, perfect timing. That is just so cool, and with this being a summer home specifically, I wanted this to be in a loving relationship with the environment surrounding it. A lot of the walls open up. I've used lots of the bathroom bifold doors, and just overall the inside flows into the outside and the other way around, and there's even an outdoor shower, which kind of sells that point even more, I think. I don't know what it is about outdoor showers, but the thought of living right next to the ocean and then having that shower right there basically on the beach, and it just feels like one big space, This is not a house and then there's nature. It's all one, and I love that. Also, this right here, these natural steps are my favorite part of the build. I thought that was so cool. It was a lot of work. It really was. I cut most of it out, but I'm elevating every single one of those pieces into place, or I guess I'm lowering them into place. And it was exhausting, but it was absolutely worth it. I love that so much, and I've been wanting to do that for quite some time. I see that a lot in contemporary, often like brutalist builds that combine really harsh materials with like soft stairs like these in the garden. And it worked so well, and I really hope I get to use this technique again sometime. But this is also just a really good piece of wood. This is from a base game fence, and it just has a really good texture and a really good color, which you can say for most of the things that came with base game. But the things they did right with base game, I really love those, and I use them a lot. Also, you are going to see me struggling with doing this whole garden and the entire exterior area, because I decided to build this house on a tiny hill, and I do stand by that decision because I wanted a fence, and this fence is partly see-through, and it worked perfectly. This was actually the perfect fence for this. It really was. In general, I love this fence, and it blocks off little of the view anyway because it's partly see-through. But I wanted them to have a really gorgeous, perfect view over the ocean, and it just felt right for this house to be elevated a tiny bit. And I still wanted them to have a fence, even though this is on an island, and it might very well be a private island. But they still have a fence, and no sharks are gonna get into this garden. I can barely focus because the sun is shining right in my face, and it's so nice, and I'm so happy about it. That sounded ironic somehow, I really mean that. The Jardin items, you'll find lots of those in this garden, went perfectly well with this theme. This grey wood color with this light concrete theme that the Jardin had goes so well with this whole look, if you ask me. And overall, this whole garden and the front entrance area is supposed to just look wild and natural. And, I like my imaginary people or architects or whoever. I like them to respect architecture and nature, and that's how I try and build these houses. And in general, I've gone for grayish tones, sometimes a light blue, and grayish or very light wood tones, because this is supposed to remind you of Driftwood, and it just makes everything look really calm and serene and nice and beachy. Talking about beaches, this is quite obviously not like a very hot place. That's just not Wittenberg's climate. And this was inspired by beaches in colder climate anyway, maybe an English beach. Actually, two of the houses that I was inspired by to build those were in England, if I'm not mistaken. But also, while I was researching this little project, I found this article about the world's first sandcastle hotel, which is actually also built in England. It doesn't look very luxurious. I didn't know that something like this existed, but also that makes sense because they built this in 2008, and it only lasted until the next rainstorm, which is quite obvious. I hope they thought about that beforehand, because they chose to build this in England. Anyways, they used 1,000 tons of sand, and they worked 14-hour days for 7 days. to build it. And I'm gonna quote this website. It says, "Everything on site was made from sand, including the 2 beds, one double and one single. There was also a couch and nightstands, but no bathroom facilities or a door. Guests were able to enjoy stargazing thanks to the roofless structure, offering a magical nighttime view." So I thought this was an interesting fact, and I also just want to go ahead and say that this beach house that I've built, not from sand, also offers a beautiful, magical nighttime view because there is a glass roof in the bedroom. So that's an easier way to accomplish the same thing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little fact. This mailbox that you've just seen me play still works. I've tried that because sometimes the game doesn't like you placing things like that, but it works. I tried it. My sim was still able to pay her bills, which she did not enjoy. Because then I think every time she pays her bills, she realizes that she moves once a week, and that is not very sustainable. And she's a green fiend, and she definitely does not enjoy seeing how much she's spending on electricity with these weekly moves and very luxurious homes. But I just cheat her concerns away. As we are about to move onto the interior, I gotta say, I could not choose a favorite room in this house. Like, if this was my summer home or a rental or whatever, and I woke up in the morning, I would not be able to decide, like, if there were no obligations for the day, I would not be able to decide where to spend that entire day. Like, you could stay in bed, which has a gorgeous view over the ocean and another gorgeous view at the sky because it has that glass roof that I was talking about. And I love the sky. I could easily spend an entire summer day just cloud gazing. So that's an option. Another option is this living area, which is really big and it has all the benefits of being inside and all the benefits of being outside with those bifold doors. Like, there's so much sunlight in this room at all times of day. And you could light a fire in the fireplace and hear the water breaking on the shore in the background. I don't know if I could handle that. Honestly, just thinking about it gets me all giddy. Then another really good option is the bathroom, specifically the bathtub, which has a breathtaking view over the garden and the ocean. And you could just stay in that bathtub all day reading, I don't know, a good architecture or sociology magazine. I could see myself doing that. And then the last option is the spare room, or media room, I guess, which is so calm and you could easily waste an entire day there listening to music, reading a book, just relaxing on the Eames lounger that's in there and still feeling the breeze from that ocean wind coming in through another set of bifold doors. So yeah, I'm so glad I don't have to make that decision, she says, with tears in her eyes. This is just, I really like this place. I like how it came out. I hope you love it too. If you want to download this, you can, as always, get it from the gallery. Just remember to make sure to check include custom content in the advanced search options, because that is definitely the question I get asked the most. I don't know why EA chose to hide modded builds by default. It's really annoying, it confuses people, and I wish they didn't, but they do. So if you're ever trying to look me up in the gallery, remember that that is something that you have to do to see my builds. And if you prefer tray files, then you can get them from my Patreon, which is not behind a paywall, but it's really easy. And oh, I'm so glad to see I did put a fridge. Like 5 minutes ago when I was doing the voiceover, I was wondering if I put a fridge because usually when I'm done building, I check for important, like essential things that I tend to forget to put into builds, which is fridges, sinks, mailboxes, trash cans, and toilets. So that's my little checklist for you. Feel free to steal. And please admire those shadows. I love the shadows. You can totally see the wooden beams and all that beautiful architecture reflected, basically, in the shadows. And that's so cool. And it must be so epic to live next to the ocean where nothing ever blocks your light. And I particularly love those very long evening or morning shadows. And they just make everything look so pretty. And with these neutral colors as well, it just feels so serene and pretty. So I hope you feel the same way. And I've totally been sleeping on this wallpaper that came with the organic. The texture is really good, the color is so soft. And it looked very cute with these neutral colored furnishings. And as you can see, I made my own pillow set. Well, I said that too confidently. I just scaled these pillows so they looked more as if they were custom made for this sofa, or as if they were included with the sofa. And it made it look a little more cozy, which is really what I wanted for this place. This is the long-awaited bedroom. The windows in this room are so good. They're the Spoons windows, and I think I've talked about them enough, but I just love that one of them is open so much. Like if I had one wish, let me take that back. If Felix and Harry granted me one wish regarding their custom content, I would wish that from now on, every set of windows that they make, that there'd be one open window included. That's honestly, that's everything I want. That'd be such a game changer. Like the screenshots you could take, like those feelings that would evoke. So good. I'm getting too excited. I'm already doing the bathroom. I really love how this came out. I love the sliding doors. And I'm really happy that I chose the pink swatch on these Brutalist bathroom wall pieces. And I was going for light blue originally because that's just, you know, your typical beach house color with all these neutrals. And it did look cute, but I wanted it a tad warmer. And somehow that color really reminded me of shells and salmon. Yeah, I am really happy that I chose this color because I think it goes really well with the even more neutral tones. Like it catches your eye, but not too much. And I think it really goes well with the greenery as well that you can see through that huge window. It complements the cacti. I don't know why. I do know why. I studied color theory, so I do know why. But yeah, it just works really well, and I'm happy about that. And also, I'm still so obsessed with the organic curtains. Those were a stroke of genius. They're so good. I wish Felix's Berlin curtains also had just a curtain rail to go with the curtains, because those are my other favorite curtains. But yeah, I loved building with 3cc only, but I'm also really looking forward to having no restrictions. And I think that the one department that Harry's and Felix's free content lacks in a little bit is a more historical style. And you know how I love to do historical exteriors and then modern interiors. And like windows wise and wallpaper wise, that's where I would need some more options to do that with FreeCC. But yeah, I really love this specific style, and everything came so easy, and the set just goes so well together. Like, I didn't even notice that I only used 3 actual in-game packs. Even though the showers require Discover University, and this chaise requires a Dream Home Decorator to fully work, they still look very cute. Also, this is supposed to be like a half media room, half spare bedroom thingy where your friends who visit you during summer vacation sometimes can sleep on this convertible bed situation. So thank you so much for spending 20 minutes of your day with me. I appreciate you. Stay hydrated, and bye-bye.